probably the most interesting uh, things I've done in a long time. I feel like I am being dragged into the 21st century with live streaming. Learning to make videos at all was a challenge, and this is going to be a little bit intimidating, but I'll get right into the things that I really believe in. And when I get into those things, I can usually speak coherently. So, what I'd like to do today is show you a little bit, give you an introduction to the Click and Learn system. What I'm going to do is bring you right into show how this system works with a little bit of background. Well, Click and Learn software was created to help students learn, simply to learn to score 100% on a blank map of the United States by identifying all 50 states. But once we created it and once we got into using it, and once I interacted with people from around the world who I just visited with occasionally or met at places like Best Buy or Staples and different places, the thing that really came to uh, my understanding was the value of geography knowledge is not just simply being able to score 100% on a blank map of Europe or Africa or the 50 states, but that by knowing countries of the world, names and locations of the countries of the world, that when we speak to, when we visit with people from other countries, we can do so respectfully. Because as you know, most Americans are pretty much geographically illiterate. So I'm going to go right into Click and Learn software and show you how it works. Right now, I'm not even signed in. I just went to clickandlearnsoftware.com. I clicked the Play Now button, and on the screen is what you'll see for free without even being signed in. Each of these tiles or thumbnails is a game, and this game helps teach us about continents and oceans. And so I'm going to click into that. I'm going to click Single Player, and I'm going to show you quickly how the system works. We have 7 buttons on the screen. At the top, it asks us to find it. Africa. We're going to be racing the clock. And when we click the correct button, it asks for Africa. So I click that button. Notice I had a green light. Show me I got it correct. The button disappears. The question changes to Antarctica. We do this alphabetically because that helps us learn. It helps us progress through the system. The question changes to Antarctica. Notice when I got the one for Africa correct, the first question, I got a green light and the button disappeared and we're racing the clock, and now it asks for Antarctica. When I click the wrong button, I'll get a red light and it tells me I've clicked on Asia. The button is still there, but even when we click the wrong button, we're still learning because we know now that this is Asia. It asks for Antarctica. I got that correct. It asks for Asia. If the student goes over 5 seconds without clicking the correct button, the Show Me button appears, and they can click the Show Me button to show them where, in this case, Asia is located. The question changes to Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. We did not beat the clock, so we do this over and over and over. There are a couple of tricks to the system I want you to know about. One is whisper as you click. Whisper: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. We get through this level, and then we go to the next level, which also adds the ocean. So let's go through this. The other thing is, in order to beat the clock, you don't have time to sit there and look at the question each time. You have to know that after I click on Africa, move down to Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America, and we beat the clock. Now we're going on to the next question, which has these same questions in random order, okay? It asks for South America. And in random order, you do have to look at the question each time, so we give you more time, okay? It asks for South America. Again, you got it correct. You get a green light. The button disappears. It asks for Africa. If we get it wrong, it says, sorry, this is North America. It asks for Asia. The Show Me button appears and helps you through this at any time. North America, Australia, Europe, and Antarctica. We did not beat the clock. We were 3 seconds over. So we fly through this again, click the go button. It asks for Australia. Again, in random order each time: Australia, Asia, North America, South America, Africa, Antarctica, and Europe. We beat the clock. And now, since we've done it in alphabetical order and then in random order, the next level, the next mode is in the test mode. We could replay over and reinforce what we just learned by clicking the replay button, but I'm going to click go to go right into test mode. In test mode, we're not racing the clock. It asks for Africa. When you click the correct button, you still get a green light or a red light, but the button does not disappear. And the question changes to, in this case, Europe, Asia, North America, South America. Not racing the clock, take our time, whether it's 50 states, 50 countries of Africa or Europe, Antarctica, Australia, and we got 100%. At that point, we can, after we finish a game, we can click the certificate button to print a certificate. And if we're logged in, it'll show our user ID. But we can print that certificate to say, yes, we just played the game about continents and we scored whatever we scored, in this case, 100%. I'm going to exit. But I want to show you a couple of other things. Once you have gone through the system to learn the continents, you can play again in specifically, you go right to review mode, click single player. And in this case, you just race the clock in that one mode, which is all questions are on the screen: Africa, Antarctic, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. This is good to review. Spend some time in the evening after you've learned the countries of Africa, the 50 states, the counties of your state. Get in and move into review mode and play over and over and over, just for practice and reinforcement. And the other thing is we can go right into the same game, but switch to test mode. And now when we click single player, we're going to be right into test mode without having to go through the alphabetical mode or the random mode, right into test mode. So you can, if you're a teacher, you can test your students. If you have 100, let's say Kansas, 105 questions, you can have the students go through the first 20 questions perhaps in random order. And if they can score over 95% in random order for 20 questions, you know that they've done well. Let's click the go button. It asks for South America. We'll move right into test mode. And that's the thing I wanted to show you here: North America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia. And this is really good. What I do when I'm learning a lot of information, for example, I worked on learning the 254 counties of Texas. That's a huge project. And so in order to reinforce, occasionally I'll get in and play that game in review mode and test mode just to reinforce what I've learned. Once you've learned this, it's easy to review. I'm going to click this button to exit. We have been going live with our live streaming. And I just want to let you know, I believe that the geography knowledge is extremely important. I believe that geography knowledge can help lead to world peace, because a quote from a philosopher in India who I was corresponding with in one of these social media systems said to me, he said, "For what we do not know, we fear. And who we fear, we fight." And with Click and Learn software, once you know the countries of the world, you have less fear, you have more confidence in yourself, and most importantly, you can speak respectfully to people from all over the world. You don't have to be their best friends. You don't have to take them to dinner and a movie, but just by saying something nice about their country. Simple little things. Even if the only thing that you know about their country is where their country is located. Anyway, I could go on and on because I'm very passionate about the importance of geography knowledge. And we'll close out just by saying, as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, the things I just showed you is free. and your friends and your students and your family can all get in and learn countries of the world and give yourself so much confidence and act respectfully towards others. On and on. I go on and on and on. I am serious about this. Thank you for watching.